that's pretty good. And here comes the flak plates again. And this prospector looks like it might go down. Might go down here. And it does go down. So very effective harassment from Matiz here. This is how you win on Red Alert 3. You do constant harassment like this where your opponent has to react to you. And that is very, very good. Very good strategy. So, oh, and here comes a big bombing run. I don't think this is going to work. Nice micro. Very good micro there. Kills a couple of bullfrogs. I didn't see how many Vindicators he lost. He might have lost 1 or 2, but I think it was worth it. He needs to whittle down. If he's going for this super heavy air build, he needs to whittle down the bullfrog count. Because if he allows Matiz to get out to 100 million bullfrogs, it's just going to shut down anything he has. He has a 3rd air base actually. So he probably has about 8 Vindicators at this point. I don't know how many. Maybe 6 Vindicators? So he's going to be able to do a lot of bombing runs, and that's what he's going to need to do to win this game. If he's doing such a heavy air, but here's a lot of Peacekeepers out though too, so he might go for a push, but I don't think a push would work. He might push the refinery expansion in the top left. And here's a pressure grenade from Matiz. That's going to heal all his bullfrogs back up to full health if he lets them sit there for a while. So that's useful. But this is kind of an interesting game. Avilo has pretty much committed to all air. I mean, he has some Peacekeepers, but they're not going to be able to get past that center, but there's tons of dogs and there's tons of buildings. Well, I don't know. He might be able to. Peacekeepers are super good. As you can see, one Peacekeeper just wanders past like it's not even there, but Natasha has hit play, and we know how good she can be. And Avilo goes for his bombing run, takes out... he does take out the refinery, so that's good. Good bombing run there. That's the strength of Vindicators right there. Being able to fly in and just bomb anything you feel like. Very good. And I'm pretty sure Matiz will rebuild that as soon as he can. But a Dreadnought is out. Oh man. I can see where this game is going. Matiz wants to get out a big army of basically a big navy is what I should say. He wants to have a big navy backed up by bullfrogs that will basically be untouchable by Avilo's air force. And if he can do that, I think he's going to win the game. Because with that amount of bullfrogs, you need some serious sick Vindicator micro to stop it. And I mean, unless Avilo does something, I mean, unless he switches to some sort of ground-based push, I don't think this is going to work, but you never know. I mean, these players are good. They know way more than I do, and I don't know what's going to happen here. That Prospector is going to go down, though. That's one thing I do know. Avilo's decided he's going to push up to the expansion, I think. There's tons of dogs pushing in, but with that amount of Peacekeepers, and that Peacekeepers in numbers like that are just so deadly. They can take out a lot of units. So, actually, oh, here comes Natasha. She can take out a lot of Peacekeepers. That's the other problem, though. One hit kill for Natasha on Peacekeepers. But this looks successful. This MCV might go down. A big bombing run on it. And if the Peacekeepers can get some more hits on it, no, it looks like he's gonna escape, but his refinery is gonna go down. So this is a very good timing attack, basically, from Avilo here. But meanwhile, he's getting his expansion's getting harassed by a dreadnought and some flak blades. So, I don't know, this is going to be a trade-off here, it looks like. And the worker in the shell, that's going to go down. Peacekeepers are going to take that apart. But meanwhile, this dreadnought is going to finish off this expansion. So, wow. That was basically a trade-off, and another dreadnought is out, it looks like, so Avilo needs to get his peacekeepers out here if they're just gonna get wrecked. Yeah. Wow. Wow. That guy went flying. Got hit by about 3 missiles or so. So anyway, here comes Avilo with a bombing attempt, but very good micro from Matiz, backs up his bullfrogs. Perfect micro. That's basically the bullfrog versus Vindicator micro, is the Vindicators want to get in and hit the bullfrogs before they start moving. But if the bullfrogs are moving back away from the Vindicators, they usually win. And these Apollos are just being sacrificed by Avilo. I don't know if he wanted them to die, or he just mismicroed, or didn't notice or something. But I think, wow, at first glance, it looks like he was just careless there, but he might have just sacrificed them. He might have just said, okay, I see what Matiz is doing. I need to have about 12 or more Vindicators to bomb everything in sight. Maybe that's what he's thinking here. I am not sure, but that would be my guess. And while these peacekeepers are just getting rolled, yeah, he backs up, he can't get past that. I think Natasha's actually in the building, and that's just brutal. Here comes a bombing run from Avilo. This will be interesting to watch. What's the micro going to be? He bombs it, he kills the dreadnought, but he loses a lot of Vindicators. That one goes down. Wow. I don't know if that was worth it. I mean, he managed to kill the Vindicator, or the dreadnought, but he probably lost 3 or 4 Vindicators in there. So I'm not sure. And he has a 3 or 4 airfields at this point, so there's a time bomb from Avilo. Doesn't hit anything. Doesn't look like it hit anything. But I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if this is the best strategy to commit to the air build like this. Although I've seen it work, and I'm pretty sure it's worked many times before for him. So I'm not gonna doubt. And he has some cryocopters now. This is interesting. So he's probably gonna go for a shrink ray on the bullfrogs and dreadnoughts. I think he's just pretty much at this point saying to himself, okay, if I can just take out everything in the water, I'm probably gonna win this game. But meanwhile, his dreadnought is wreaking havoc to his refineries. This is not looking good at all here. A lot of
fight to the last man alive.
And there's a shrink. But I don't think that's going to be enough. There's about 8 or 9 bullfrogs there. The more I think about this, the more I realize Matiz has played this really well. He's basically taken over the center. So ground-based attacks from Avilo are going to be very hard to do. He's going to have to push through the center, which could be tough. And he's got out tons of bullfrogs, which is perfect counter to this heavy air build. This is basically an air committing build. And here comes the
We have withstood
shrink
accelerating
rays
business.
from the cryos. They shrink the bullfrog and they shrink the dreadnought. But he's gonna have to send the Vindicators in to do some damage here. Alright, here he comes. Here's a bombing run. One bullfrog goes down. Only one bullfrog? Did I see that